Hello, Bitcoin traders. Since the last video, there were some bounces out there for crypto, and I'm very proud to say that I anticipated the move. You could literally check my last video. I told you guys that we're sitting at the range lows. We're looking like we're forming a bottom, and we failed to go lower many times. So today, I'm not gonna talk about my previous video. You could go and watch it right now. Okay, today I'm going to talk about the developing price action and how could we trade it even though it feels so choppy. Some people find it difficult, so I'm here to simplify it for you. So we've done something called three push reversal or even more than three push reversal. So we tried to break a level many times. We tried here once, twice, three times, four times, five times, and we couldn't even break it. Which means what? Which means when everyone gets bearish, at the range lows at the bottom, we should squeeze the late shorts, right? And the only way to squeeze the late shorts is by having a bounce like this one, a sharp one. It's not really sharp though, but still, it's still significant. From 58k all the way up to 64.6k. Okay, almost straight. Like you see, it's only green candles up there. So this is good. So there are two scenarios from here. I'll tell you something though before I give you the two scenarios. The thing that you need to know, if the price couldn't break a certain level, it will go to test the other side. So we've tested this side multiple times and it held many times. And in a ranging environment, if the price is ranging, that means what? If a level fails to break, we're going to move to the other side of liquidity to test the other side of liquidity, which is going to be the next structural level here. So initially we had resistance at 64k, and when we blasted through it, we had gone all the way to 64.6k, which is the next one. We wicked a little bit above it uh, to liquidate shorts if there were any left, or someone trying to short blindly into resistance. So this is what happened. And now we're having a little bit of slowing down momentum. But however, it's notable to see this is that that level that's failing to break is 61.5. 61.5 is holding a rock solid. So honestly, if we keep holding 61.5k for Bitcoin, that's very good for us to continue higher, to retest 64.6k. So as long as we're above 61.5, that's very good for us, and that means we're still bullish and we can still retest 64.6k and go as far as 66k. Okay, that's the first path. The second path and the second scenario is basically if we lost 61.5k, then you should keep an eye next on 60.5k. If we lose both, that means we're going back to retest the 58k area. Okay, as simple as this: 61.5k and 60.5k. 60.5k, if it's lost, we're gonna retest 58k. Okay, but if we held it, there is always a room for us to bounce either from 61.5k or from 60.5k all the way up to 66k and 64.6k initially, of course. Okay, that's it, as simple as that. However, I want to add something beside all what I decided to say today. It's kind of something just came to my mind. I want to say it before I forget it. It's basically this: everyone is shorting this. I don't know why, but I see people are bearish. I see people want a Bitcoin to go to 55k. I see people are calling for 58k to be back. I don't know why they're so bearish for some reason. I don't know. So I think if we keep holding 61.5k, 66k is coming very likely. And this is why I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I have some spot exposure from 58.2k. I'm not willing to sell it until we at least smash 64.6k and 66k. Partially, I'll take profit partially at 64.6k, and the next will be 66k. All right. This will be invalidated if we lose 60.5k with a daily close. All right, that's it. These are the two scenarios for you that you need to monitor for Bitcoin. And I want to add something about MSTR, Michael Saylor, and MicroStrategy. I want to tell you something, guys. At 58k, okay, here, Everyone was so bearish, and I have no clue why would you be bearish. I said in my previous video that we're ranging. This is a range, guys, a high time frame range. All of this, all whatever you see in front of you is basically inside the February candle. So all of the price action that you've seen all day long, all of the month, the previous, the upcoming so far, were literally inside of the February candle. Which means what? Which means in a ranging environment, if price is going to the range lows and it refuses to go back lower or even break in the range lows, that means what? That means we're gonna bounce. And this is what happened here. Okay? We bounced. Everyone was calling for 55k at 58k, and there was no evidence. Basically, price failed to go below 58k many times. Yes, it wicked with the Asia. I remember when the Asian sessions came in and they smashed the selling button, but we got back higher. Everyone bought it, so that means bulls are stepping in. People spot demand came in and it defended the price, which means what? Which means we couldn't break this and we're gonna bounce. Okay, and this is what happens. Now everyone is talking about Michael Saylor, MSTR. I want to tell you guys something. Michael Saylor was selling here. Michael Saylor, MSTR, they were literally selling here, guys. Even that happened, and he announced that he's selling. The market overreacted, and then the deb got bought up. Which means what? Doesn't that tell you that Michael Saylor is actually bullish thing to sell? So just think about this for a second. If Michael Saylor sold Bitcoin, but Bitcoin failed to go lower multiple times, even with him selling, and then it went back up, doesn't that make you feel like, yeah, all the people that are saying today is Bitcoin cycle is gonna end and we're gonna bottom whenever Saylor gets completely out of the market? That's a lie. I do not believe in it. That's a lie. I don't think this is going to happen. What I think is that Sailor selling is not binary bearish or bullish. However, what happened in this week, it tells you that Sailor selling is actually bullish, not bearish. And then you're going to come to me, Exhale, are you telling me it's bearish? It's bullish? I'm going to tell you, yes, it's not bearish. It's completely bullish. How? He's selling Bitcoin. Yeah, so what? Sailor selling Bitcoin is called forced selling. And for every forced seller, there are millions and millions of willing buyers. So I want to ask you a question. When Sailor sells, don't you think there are thousands and even millions of people is buying him? Basically, whenever Sailor is forced to sell Bitcoin, don't you think there are millions are buying him? His selling. Basically, they're buying his selling. Once he sells, they're buying it off him because they know it's forced. He doesn't want to sell, but it's forced selling to fund the dividends. Doesn't that make you feel bullish? I'm not saying we're going to the moon. I'm saying no, MSTR is not gonna collapse. Michael Saylor selling Bitcoin is not as bearish as you think it is. It could be bullish because everyone is waiting for Saylor to sell so they could buy. And you've seen it already in this price action. You've seen it. People are waiting for Sailor to sell so they could buy. So no, MSTR is not going to collapse. MSTR selling is not really as bad as you think it is. It's completely fine. If you look at the MicroStrategy financials, you'd know they're now having cash reserves that could cover 3 years of cash obligations, dividends obligations, and any obligations they need. So they have cash reserves for 3 years. And you're sitting here telling me MSTR is going to collapse? It's not going to collapse. Okay? Anyways, if you want to learn how to analyze the markets, if you want to learn how to trade, I have a free Telegram group completely for free where you can check my analysis every single day. I post my analysis every single day for free in that Telegram channel. I want you to join, and I'll see you there. Have a good day.